Hey, baby. Good morning. Yeah, sorry for not messaging you last night. Messaging? You know what I mean, my love. No, I'm okay. Yesterday was just kind of hectic, and I woke up super late today. Yeah, the Valorant rank season ended yesterday, and I was trying to get back into silver before the rank season ended because I've been playing with some friends and it's a lot of fun to play with them, but I do lose quite a lot with them. So I went from like silver 2 all the way down to bronze 2, and I'm not complaining about them. I promise. It's not a them problem. Because I do like playing with them. I like having people to play with. It's fun, you know? I enjoy it a lot. I just I just needed to get back higher again before the new rank starts, so that when the new rank starts, I start a bit higher to make my climb to gold a bit easier. I ended up playing like 20 games yesterday. Like in the span of when I woke up to when it ended. And in those 20 games, I was like 17 wins, 3 losses. So I just went straight, like, I just kept winning and winning and winning and just went straight up. And then after that, I got my days mixed up and I completely thought it was a different day than what it was. And it turns out I had raid last night. Yeah, I know, it's been a while since I spoke about raid, huh? So yeah, last season for raid, it ended pretty messy for everyone. The guild that I'm in, the group of people that I play with, we had like so much new people joining that they didn't know what to do with all these new people. And that's perfectly fine, you know? It's perfectly fine not knowing what to do, but they handled the situation so bad that a lot of people just left. They picked up themselves and left. And we got so many people leaving and so many people not happy that before the season even ended, like we got to midway through the season and we had to call it a quit because people were not happy, people were not willing to show up, people were leaving, nobody wanted to raid anymore, and it turned into a big mess. So last season we had like 40 people at the start of the season, and this season we had 11. And we know, well, one of our friends, he just filled in because he's about, yeah. Sorry, I just remembered. I said one of my friends. No, I'm okay. Yesterday just it was so hectic yesterday that I was so excited to talk to you, to hear your voice, to just ramble to you about everything that I kind of forgot what happened yesterday. And now that I remember, I'm not really social in the guild. Like I get along with everyone, but I don't have like a lot of friends, you know. I really have like two people, three people at most that I call my friends, and one of them I'd call my best friend, and they're both going through a really hard time right now. My best friend and a close friend are both going through some stuff right now. The easiest one to talk about was let's call him Sarge. Yeah, he's an older guy, probably in his like 50s, 40s, maybe 50s, because he has like wife and kids and stuff, so he might be a bit older. Right now, it's just him and his grandma living together, and his grandmother's health is declining pretty fast. And he's a guy that like loves the game, plays the game a lot. So he has a lot of resources in the game, gold. And he had to sell a lot of the gold and a lot of the resources on his account. Because in this game that we play together, you can spend real money to get gold and resources. Or you can use gold and resources, well, the resources, you can convert them to gold. And you can then convert that gold to real money. And he had so much gold that nobody was ever worried about him needing anything in the game. But because his grandma got sick, he can't afford to buy the game time, because he had to take all of the gold that he normally has and convert it into real life money to pay for his grandmother's medical bills and stuff. And that just had me worried, you know? I was like, he loves this game a lot, and it's something that keeps him sane, something that keeps him happy. And it's the start of a new season, and he loves doing stuff with everyone. He's like a really sweet and caring guy. So I ended up like pooling all the gold that I have, and it wasn't enough. So I ended up borrowing gold from my best friend. And I was like, hey, I need to borrow like a large sum of gold. Can you give it to me? And he was like, yeah, what do you need it for? And I was like, I'm going to send it to our friend, and he's going to use that gold to buy himself some game time so that he can play with us. So that he's not going through this like really hard time with his grandma, and he's missing out on all the fun and enjoyment that we will be having. I want him to be there with us, a part of it, you know? So I borrowed the gold and I sent it to him. I didn't tell him anything about the gold. I just told him, hey, go buy some game time and make sure that you're here with us, you know? So he did, and it made him really happy. And he enjoyed raiding with us last night. But my best friend's going through some hard times right now. He's always had struggles, you know? He struggled with his mental health a lot. He wasn't really close to his family, so he moved out really early. And he just got better recently. He stopped drinking, he started going out for walks more. He moved in with his high school friend because he lost his job, and renting where he was renting before got really expensive. And he thought that life was getting better because he moved in with a friend, and he was like, okay, if I move in with her, everything should stabilize for a little bit. But then suddenly, not really suddenly, the friend has a fiance, right? And fiance was working on getting a place. But while he was working on getting a place, the friend needed a place to stay, so they kind of split it so that the fiance can stay with his family and she can stay in the place they have to stay in. And to make it easier, my best friend and his friend moved in together, and it was going good. You know, he had somebody to take care of him, somebody there to make sure that he wasn't drinking or wasn't pushing himself too hard. He was eating and stuff like that. But then the fiance decided that he's no longer looking for a place. It's too hard, too much stuff. He's just gonna move in with her in her place. And instead of my best friend helping pay the bills, he would have paid the bills instead. So my best friend needs to go and find a new place. So they had to like kick him out. They didn't kick him out. It's not like that sudden. They gave him time. And he decided that it's about time you go and visit his dad. You know, he hasn't spoken to his dad in months, maybe years. His own grandma, like his grandparents, his grandma died. No, sorry, his granddad died, and it's just his grandma living there. And he was trying to talk to his dad about, hey, instead of putting grandma in an older people facility, he can move into the house with grandma, help take care of the house, maintain it, and take care of her. But the dad's like, no, I want to like rent out the house and just leave grandma in like a small area of the house. That way we can make some money. And if push comes to shove, we just put her in a home and sell the house. So now he doesn't really know where he's gonna go. And he decided that he's gonna go travel the states, you know? He's gonna go in his car, go from state to state, go from park to park, just drive. He has to go visit his dad, so he's going from one side of the Americas to the other side of Americas. It's gonna take a while. If it's gonna take a while, he might as well take that time to visit places and do things, try something new with his life. And the entire time he's telling me this, I'm listening, you know, I'm kind of there for him. But as the time passes and the day gets closer to when he's leaving, I slowly start to realize that I'm not gonna have my best friend. I'm not gonna have the person that I do everything with. I'm not gonna have that guy that is willing to listen to me rant. I'm not gonna have that guy that listens to me sing whenever we're playing Valorant. Or that person that I can send memes to 24/7 because he's gonna be on the road and won't have the net like he normally does. I'm not gonna have that guy that stays up with me every night when I don't have anyone to stay up with me with. And I realize that I'm losing my best friend. I'm losing somebody that has been there with me for months now. That has been a part of my life on a daily basis. And I'm losing that, and it scares me, and it hurts. I know. I just have attachment issues, you know? I just don't know how to let go. But I don't really want to let go, you know? I want to spend time with him, and that's what I've been doing. But the more I spend time with him to make sure I have fun with him and make sure he's happy before he leaves, it's the more it hurts because it's the more I think that this is gonna end soon, you know? Yeah, I like that it was supposed to be a rant about my games and it just turned into me being emotional. I'm sorry. Thanks for listening. I know there's not really much that can be said or done about the whole situation. I just needed to air it all out, you know? Know that somebody is at least listening, that somebody at least cares. Yeah, the raid itself was fun last night. The theme is goblins, and the entire like place is just a massive junkyard. And we're fighting like the first boss that we fought is mecha a mecha T Rex and the mecha gorilla. No, it's a mecha T Rex and a real gorilla that's decked out in like trash electronics, and they're trying to fight each other. But we gotta like fight them apart of each other, because if they start fighting, they start doing like AOE damage and it hurts everyone. So we gotta fight them apart. It's really, that one was really fun. And then the second one, he summons like trash piles around the arena, and occasionally he will pick people at random and put them on balls, and they have to ride around and pick up the trash to make their balls bigger. And there's little obstacles in the way and little bombs in the way and stuff like that. And he tries to like set the trash piles on fire so it spreads and you run out of room eventually. So the raid was fun. Yeah. Thanks for listening to me. I mean it. I really needed this. I know. I miss you too. I love you. Forever always.